6 o'clock.
From the city's top of the now.
I thought it was
Could be on
Hold on,
our property.
sure why that's happening. Just a second.
Where's it coming from?
I have no idea what that is.
It's all kind of, it seems like a jet engine. Oh, there we go. Getting right feels here. Okay, it's 6 o'clock, 6:01. We'll call the council meeting to order. We stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag,
the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, roll call of the council, please.
Smith,
Here.
Anderson, absent, Arsano,
Here.
Burbank, here, Ferguson, here, Bender is on Zoom, Green,
Here.
Okay,
Motion to excuse Councilmember Anderson.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
motion carries.
And I think we have an amended agenda this evening. Yeah,
Move to approve the amended agenda.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Nothing. Can you hear Connie all right?
She has permission to speak. so,
Okay.
Yeah,
All opposed?
motion carries.
Right, public comments. We have any-
Carolyn would like to.
Carolyn,
speak.
please.
Surprise. Okay, good evening, Mayor and Council. Carolyn Harding here on behalf of the Buckley Chamber of Commerce this evening. Had a conversation earlier last week with Administrator Brunel. She suggested maybe a council chamber update would be good. And so here I am. Chamber membership is up about 50% this year from last year. Our members are active in the community, holding events, assisting businesses, and volunteering on city boards and commissions. I would encourage everyone, if you haven't already, to follow Visit Rainier on Facebook and Instagram. We had another cute update on Instagram today post from Mei Lee about Buckley and the community, including some of the stuff from Wine Walk. So it was great. So shout out to Mei Lee. She's just been doing a great job, and her efforts on that have been funded by the LTAC committee. So that's great. Wine Walk update. We're estimating our guests in town at about 300. So that was really good. We got a lot of positive comments on the event. Looking forward to next year. It was really great. My personal favorite one was, and said by more than one, it is better than
Fill in the blank.
the city to the east that we went to last year. Yes. So that was good. Then also I would let you know that your chamber is busy, busy, busy fall and winter. That was just kind of the beginning of the number of events. On October 19th, which is this coming Saturday, the Chamber and the Rails Trails Committee will be hosting the Bridge the Plateau 5K and Fun Run for Kids. Their new executive director, Brianna Folks, started October 1st. She is great, jumped in and is helping us with making sure that this project that we've taken on together will be a success. If anyone would like to volunteer, we would love to have more volunteers, or if you would like to attend, please do so. Mayor, I'm working on potentially your role, or if you're not in town on the 19th, I know it's hunting season. I know. A possibility for you to start off the race. I don't know if we're going to use an air horn or a starter pistol. I haven't figured out yet.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll just check in about your calendar on that. Also that day, Mount Rainier Creamery is a new member of the Chamber of Commerce, and they are doing their ribbon cutting. They're starting their event at 11. And then their ribbon cutting officially will be at noon. So we'll be running back and forth across the highway
That's,
on the 19th. Trick or treat again this year will be October 26th from 4 to 6 p.m. Last year we had 800 kids and quit counting. So we're anticipating 1,000 kids this year. Each of our businesses have been directed to have at least 1,000 pieces of candy themselves. And in addition to that, the chamber is purchasing $1,200 of candy. So it's going to be crazy. And we're excited.
Make a lot of dentists happy.
Yes, Dr. Javed will be probably out there just waving them in. November 30th is the holiday festivities event. The Chamber, the BDA, the Foothills Museum, and Rainier School are all doing that event together. 5 p.m. is the tree lighting on the 26th. And then there are letters and photos with Santa, s'mores, including falling snow, and then the Merry and Bright Town Buckley Decorating Contest. And then finally, December 18th will be the Chamber Christmas Party, and Legacy Farms is hosting that this year. So that should be fun. It's a beautiful event location. And so we're excited about that, and they're excited to have us. And so we'll be sending out to Mayor and Council a opportunity invitation to attend as well. And finally, I just wanted to again thank all of you on behalf of the Chamber for your support. We are working very hard. We know that this is a team sport. We are doing our best to make sure we're holding up our end of the bargain, and we look forward to continuing to work with you.
and the one, November 26th is the tree lighting.
November
Okay. I know
26th,
there's 226 there. I just wanted to make sure.
excuse
Is that
me,
right?
November 30th is the Christmas tree lighting thing.
Okay.
It's usually the last Saturday, I think, after Thanksgiving.
Okay,
And then October 26th is the kids
Gotcha.
stuff.
okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Thanks, Carolyn.
Thank you.
All right. Anybody else? Marvin?
I just wanted to second, and say that we went, my family, everybody came to the wine walk. It was, the wines were superior. The only, I would change the easy ups and come up with something different there, but, it was far superior to the one we've been to in Enumclaw.
Okay, super. Thanks. Okay. Oh, you want to
Yes,
get into, okay.
if I could,
Yeah, go ahead, Ron.
in your everybody's packet is intended for public comment, is a letter authored by Trudy Dormond. And what she's stating in here is that there are trees on the city's property close to hers, that one is dead. Another is encased in ivy, which it will soon be dead. And what I would ask is if the Public Works can go out and take a look. I know in the past, my wife has called because we butt up against city property with different issues. And those were mitigated by the city. And I would ask that this resident receive the same courtesy to see if it's culpable or not. They live at the Meadowbrook, and I know that, I don't know how trailers are constructed, but I believe that they would be more susceptible to greater damage if a tree fell on them. And I think that would open up the city to more liability than just taking a chainsaw and cutting these down. So that's my 2 cents on that public comment via a letter.
All right, I know I talked to Chris briefly that we need to find out exactly where the line is. It sounds like the tree is on both Meadowbrook property and us, possibly, maybe one or the other or both. So yeah, we're definitely looking into it. So, anybody else on that?
Oh,
Kenny?
no, I was just gonna ask, because the way I read the letter, she said that they were on her property just a few feet away from the fence. That's what I was
It's kind of interesting. You can go on Pierce County GIS.
Meadowbrook actually owns a pretty good sizable chunk of property towards the wastewater treatment plant. So north of the fence that she is talking about in her letter. But Pierce County GIS has been known to be wrong. I don't know how they could own that, but. So that's what I'm looking at. I'll continue to look into that. And we'll get some quotes on maybe some shared cost or something, but we'll figure it out.
Perfect. Thanks, Chris.
She does say,
Denise?
she does say in the letter too, that Meadowbrook said that they would pay for half.
Right.
So that would tell me that something is on their property.
Right.
You know,
Right.
otherwise they wouldn't be offering.
I did a quick drive by today and it's real close to, it's right in the fence, so.
Right. And do you have a good contact for them? I know it's changed ownership over the last few years and we were
Yeah.
having some trouble.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. Good. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
Okay, anybody else on that? Okay. All right, committee reports. I was just gonna touch on briefly, I'm sure you guys are probably all well aware of what's about to make landfall in Florida. So just something to keep in people's thoughts and whatnot, especially after what just happened with Helen and Appalachia. I read a very interesting thing that said it isn't as if this has never happened before. People, there's people throwing different things around, but they said it's not only is it never happened before, it hasn't happened since the time of Noah. This was something totally like these people lived in the hills like we do in the mountains and it washing their houses away. They're not in the coast or below sea level like New Orleans or anything. So it's very freak situation. So just wanted to touch on that and then we'll get into council member comments and go to the order.
I
Denise.
have committee meeting
Oh,
for Senior Citizen Advisory Commission.
okay, sure.
So we met last Wednesday and I passed out notes for everybody. So I'll just kind of briefly go over them. So numbers are still really good as far as participation at the senior center. Tuesdays and Fridays are still the best attended. And I'm told because it's lunch and learns and the food is good and birthday celebrations are on Tuesdays. So I could see why they're well celebrated there. Wellness fair, they did a smashing job. They had approximately 75 seniors that attended the wellness fair and they gave out 105 fall prevention bags. So there were several vendors there and I listed the vendors for you. Beautify Buckley, the senior center kitchen and bathroom got a deep cleaning due to the hard work of 10 volunteers. 4 of those people weren't even members of the senior center. So that's pretty nice. It needed a deep cleaning. There was a survey taken and some of the seniors feel that it would be beneficial to have the hours extended until later in the afternoon. So there's, a little bit of talk about that and others felt that the current hours were working well. 25 calendar lunch and learns will be held on the 1st and 3rd Tuesdays each month. Monthly birthday celebrations will be held on the 4th Tuesday each month. And then they may be reaching out to a nonprofit board to see about help funding in those birthday celebrations. So that would be helpful to the city as well. Some things that they were suggesting be added to the calendar. They'd like to have a homecoming lunch in October. Ideas to connect with local youth of Buckley. Perhaps the youth can help the seniors better understand TikTok and some of the current lingo used by the kids. I know I've heard a couple in here talking about the lingo and I'm sure that they could use some help on that. I know I could too. And then the seniors could help teach the kids cursive writing since that's not something that's in the curriculum now. Items were discussed to add to the work plan for 2025. The snow day party that it's been called Snow Day for a few years. There's ballots going out to the senior citizens, here at the center. And they'll be able to vote on a new name because there's many people that were confused on the name. There's no snow. Why do we call it? And then a new vice chair was elected. Janice James Richard was nominated and elected. So congratulations to her.
Yeah, I'm sure some of the seniors have cuckoo clocks, so they can swap stories and between that and TikTok and explain explain that to each other. Okay. Anybody else for council member comments and go to the order? Ron?
It's not just cuckoo clocks, it would be like a rotary telephone on the wall, a pay phone booth that they don't know what it is. And I am, it is very ambitious for the seniors to want to teach these kids cursive. They can't even print. I mean, it's bad. And they don't have checks anymore. I mean, every once in a while I have to write a check, right? Very ambitious, but it's a lost art, and it is an art.
It is.
Cursive writing was an art, if you will.
Well, and you can't read the Constitution if you don't know cursive writing.
That's true.
Yeah,
You know,
well,
so-
they sit in class and say, why do I need to learn this? Why do I care? This is boring. No, it's not. It is very interesting.
Yeah,
You need to know what your rights are and where they come from, but that's the current mentality. That's all I gotta say. Good on them for wanting to invest a year of their life teaching these kids how to write in cursive.
Right on.
they're very ambitious.
Yep. Anybody else? Okay. We'll move into the consent agenda.
On tonight's consent agenda is final acceptance of the Hinkleman Road project, approval of the minutes of the April 16th, 2024 special city council study session, and final acceptance of the Foothills Trail crossing at Main Street project.
Move to approve the consent agenda. Second.
Any discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Motion carries. Councilmember Bender has her hand up.
Okay, yeah. Before I didn't
Let me see if I can
get
get
to
these.
anybody opposed, so there might have been one.
No.
Can you hear
No.
us, Connie?
Yeah, sorry about that. I just
Not
hit the
sure why we have this echo.
It's coming from.
sorry about that. I just hit the wrong button.
It might be her.
Oh, well.
I don't know why that.
Did you want to make a comment, Connie, about the consent agenda?
No, that's fine.
Oh, my
She bought
goodness.
herself.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Oh my God.
I think she's probably watching it and playing it
At the
and we're
same time,
getting.
that's
yeah.
why we're getting the back feed.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. You want to mention that to her if she can hear you?
Yeah.
Or- Okay, or type it, yeah. Okay, into the regular agenda. When you got a second.
Yes. All right, first item on the regular agenda is ordinance number 11-24, adopting complete streets ordinance.
Move to approve ordinance number 11-24, adopting complete streets ordinance. Second.
Discussion? Anybody? Okay. This is roll call or no? Yeah.
Yes.
Roll call vote.
Smith,
Aye.
Burbank,
Yes.
Arcano,
Yes.
Green,
Aye.
Anderson absent, Bergerson,
I,
Bender. Connie, are you a yay or a nay on this? No, she's not unmuting at the moment.
Yes.
Maybe. Yes,
Okay,
yep, we got it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you too.
all right.
Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is an agreement to provide police services between the town of Carbonado and the city of Buckley.
Move to approve the agreement to provide police services between the town of Carbonado and city of Buckley.
Second.
Chief Alfano's here for questions, comments. Did you have something you wanted to open with or just?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
just open, so, both these contracts, the one coming up next for Wilson too. Just, they're helping our citizens to the south, of us, and so what we tried to do this year is since we're doing biennium budget with the city of Buckley, we're gonna move to 2-year contracts with both towns. They were amenable to that. And so there'll be a 3% increase for services each year. And that's after the analysis of the cost of us sending cops up there, and it figures that's about the right rate. And they were all amenable to that as well, so.
Perfect. Okay. Any questions, comments for chief? Okay. All right, we'll hit Carbonado here.
You can just
Uh,
stay up there.
And this is not roll call,
Yeah.
all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item is agreement to provide police services between the town of Wilkeson and the city of Buckley.
Move to approve the agreement to provide police services by the Buckley Police Department to the town of Wilson.
Second.
Okay. More discussion? If anything, okay, all carbon copy from Carbonado, so, all right. And I didn't get Connie last time, so all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right, staff reports.
Oh.
And chief, one more time.
So, yeah, the staff report is, you all get a chance to read it and everything. One thing I'll touch on is that anything highlighted in red on those stats are all an increase from 2023. And if you look, we've been down a couple officers pretty much all year long. But our traffic stops are we're almost exceeding what we've done in 2023 and now in 2024. So the guys are out there working. That's a testament to the work they've been putting in, but also to the testament of the new pursuit law and everything else. It's getting guys out there. They're feeling more confident with the legislative stuff that's happened. And you're seeing the work that's being put in by these guys. So we're getting more in-depth calls again, but they're able to still go out there and make it happen.
I know it's tough.
Yeah,
It's tough to get in the middle of a traffic stop when you know you're the only guy on duty or gal.
Right.
And you're gonna have to run.
yeah, and that really is, it's why I want to personally continue our contracts with Wilkeson and Carbonado, because if we're up there and we got to respond back, we're getting help from Enumclaw, we're getting help from Bonnie Lake. So it's all surrounding, and it just helps. And the county guys are really good about it as well. And so, our guys are still out there looking for stuff to do, even though they're a lot of times this year, they've been the only one on working. So we've seen less and less coverage because our guys, we've got, our new guys that are being trained and stuff. So it's less, with only 6 guys to patrol 24 hours a day can get pretty taxing on them. So, yeah.
Okay. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Did we
That
do
was
this?
just a staff report.
Oh, sorry, 3 in a row, I guess I thought it was. Okay, sorry. My mistake. All right. Okay, and Administrator Brunel's out this evening. I think it's her little one's birthday today. 4-year-old old, I think. Okay. And with that, we'll move into public comment again, if anybody has anything. Okay. All right, with that, entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?